Mishnah of Elisha Mizbah Chesed Bava Kamer Daf Chof Hey. We're starting a little bit before because we didn't finish yet Daf Chof Dalet. Reb Ukvashal Bal Imoy Bal Achoisei Afu Bal Eroinu said before that he paid not for the husband, just for the person who made her pregnant. So if a person made her pregnant and then she married somebody else, it belongs to that person. And again, we said if we're talking in a case where in the time of the kicking, this person, whoever made it pregnant, was still alive, so he deserves the payment. What is if Baal Imoy? That he also deserves it? Talmud Loim, no. Then he doesn't deserve it. Again, we did not explain here who, if nobody gets it or she gets it. This is still not discussed here, so we don't know. It's such a statement that a fetus cannot go out if the eyes or the teeth are pulled out. Explained Uber in the Yoitzen the mother's eye, the mother's tooth gets knocked out, the baby does not go out lecheres. Sag the Mishnah, Choy for boy b'shus harab nofel soich shoichem umeis chayv. This is the most simple case where the Torah talks about echad achoy for boy b'shiach and ma'ora chayitzim. It's all kinds of different. Gemara Bavli explains already the different shapes of caves or ditches. Why does the Torah say the word boy? It says boy to teach you ma boy she the homeless at the sort tfachim. The homeless means must be at least 10 tfachim. If it died not 10 tfachim, it's a eins. Hoy pchusim asort tfachim da v'sliche shoych amay meist patim. Who's it boy chai? If it got damaged, and it's chai because damage can happen even less than 10 tfachim. But it's not normal it should get killed. So if that happens, you don't have to pay. Achoy for boy b'shus hayochid. Ipsachid b'shus harab. The opening is towards the street, so it's a certain way built that you walk in from the street, and that the main cave is inside. All these cases, there is some problem that you did wrong, that the opening is in a place where you shouldn't have done it. So that's why you're chayiv. We'll see in the Gemara more details on this. The Gemara. We learn out in the double language there's two types of boyers. There's one boyer that's meant to kill, that's a boyer of 10 tfachim. Another boyer that's only meant to damage. It means less than 10 tfachim, it's not meant to kill. So if it does happen, then you potter. But it's still chiyuv if the shoyer gets damaged. It's a very interesting fact. They're both from the same pasuk. But however, we know that the din is that the Mishnah is going to say it soon that if kalim vessels fell into a boy shalasara, you potter. You pay for the shoyer that died, but you do not pay for the kalim. That's the Mishnah later. Our Mishnah talks about damage, that the shoy got damaged. So we're not talking about a boyer from 10, only a boyer of 9. In such type of boyer, you are chayiv kalim. This is an interesting fact that's not mentioned in Bavli, and Yerushalmi holds that a boyer shall test kalim is chayiv. It means oi is marbe even if he did not do it, he just bought from somebody. More ask the question. It says in the Mishnah, Psacha the Rishus HaYochid. The Chayrit means his own Rishus HaYochid, right? Yesh the Rishus of the Rishus HaYochid. What's wrong? Basically by Binti, Pasuk, basically by Yudah, Am Shlesh Tvach, Nish Muslim, Rishus Ram, Kishus Ram. He did it very close to his Rishus. So that's the problem. He shouldn't have done it so close. He opened the door too close. What does it mean? In Bahid Osman Ale, if he's walking on top of that, the person made a big mountain on the street. The animal's walking on top and fell down. He sees that he's walking on a big place. Why is he's not watching what he's doing? That's a question. That's a question. That's the question of Rabbana. Chazalei shahoylech. Oh. Kam gevoya. Araya behim araya. Boy is not tough. But all the vision like so, a shaynu like so, a shayne chai. The shayn is interesting then, even though both of them saw, but since the second one he went passed by later, and then the damage happened, so he's responsible because he's the last one that saw. So Rishon Vashem Megalo versteht for sure Shayne chai. So Rishon Vashem Mitzvah Megula, Gisor Shayne chai. So it's three cases that we say the second one is responsible. It's the second case is the Poshet. The biggest chiddush is the first case. You saw a koroi, no Hashem shoycha moye, meis potter. Like you saw a koroi, no Hashem moye chai. No for the fun of mekira kriya chai, akal kriya potter. So the animal fall, the guy is digging, and while he's digging, the animal gets scared and he jumps, and so either falls inside the boyer, or the achra means he falls on his back, and the chayrit means outside of the boyer. But we're going to see more and more details on this, what the Mishnah means here exactly, the words, the achra. No, but a shoy fell in and they got broken. So here the Mishnah tells the big chiddush of kalim. So we chayv ala behime pot ala kalim. And as I had before, we're talking here on a boyer asara. So at Tvachim, the animal got killed. We say you chayv on the animal, but you pot on the kalim. No, even the animal is a stupid animal, so you could blame it on the animal. Say no. Bas Potter. If a person fell in and got killed, this mission is only talking about death here. Potter, because a person is only chayiv on the damage, not on the misa. There's no din by misa only by shoyer. Din is koifer, but boyer there's no din of koifer. That's the question. Hey, after the boyer nation tofim, how can it be a how can it be? They both gave the last stone. There's building a boyer, and they're both putting in the top of the last stone, and that's how they finish up the boyer. Why doesn't he say simple case? This guy dug 10, another guy dug another 10, so they're both owners of the boyer. He wants to, this words here don't belong here, I'm erasing it. He wants to make a case there should be only 10 tfachim. Lass uns mal weiter. Kisar ist wahrscheinlich mit so einem Gulla Kisar. Wahrscheinlich Chai. Aber wir sind Yas wahrscheinlich Jechon. Neusten le Shois Lichrois Arozim in Halavonen. So the case where the guy saw it's uncovered and he doesn't see the cover, how much time do you give him? You give him enough time to cut woods from Levana. It's a certain place where there's strong wood. Depends how far he's from Lebanon. It also means, I assume, doesn't mean Lebanon, it means places where they sell the woods that come from there. That means you have good quality wood. So has been enough strong that a wagon with stones can pass by and not fall down. The Mishnah says the soichel. So what does this mean? So even if it fell in the back, let's say it didn't fall from the front, it just toppled over from its back, it's also chai. Chutzaloi, if it fell outside of the boyer, it somehow got scared and then it fell. But the actual falling happened outside the boyer. Then a fun of chai is achrav pater. Then it depends which direction it fell. If it fell on its face, it's chai. La achrav pater. Now, I don't know exactly the reasoning for this. If it fell chutzaloi, the fun of chai, or we're talking about koila kriya. So that's the pshat. That if it happened because of the voice, it should have fallen in front. It must have happened something else. Novel solche shoyve kelem de stabruch, mei mit de skawe khayvel beheme, I poter ala kelem. Mit omer be shetrif u machos avir. Al nechbe be kakoy khayf. So he says, interesting pshat. When the Torah poter kelem, he holds the ikka din of boyer, is talking havla. But chafte is chayv kelem. Bavli has a different setup for this, but Shalmi learns that if you learn the Torah was mechayev and havloi, it means that chavtoi is pshita that's chayev. Opposite than Bavli, that chavtoi doesn't need the din of boyer and mele yechayev even on kel. Bechen v'shlakish tevein amna v'nech v'kakoy potter. The Torah says potter means normal fila. That means chavtoi. And then the Torah says that Kalem is potter. So it means the Torah potters Kalem even though it is Chavtoi. Afila nech bekaka potter. That's Yerushalmi's version for this B'chalaikis. Probably it's totally different. Novel Shem Shoy Chamoy. Shoy v'lei Shoy b'Chalev, Chamoy v'lei Chamoy b'Chalev, Shoy v'din Mam, Boy in the Zok Shpat when Amisa Chayv L'Kein, Boy Shitvoch Chayv L'Misa Chayin Shem L'Kein, Lomit Shoy Chamoy, Shoy v'lei Shoy b'Chalev, Chamoy v'lei Chamoy b'Chalev. The Maya said, Chazal had mekubel that this drasha that we're talking about Kalem, the Pater Kalem, is talking only about a boy shel Misa, and a boy that has 10 tfachim, we say that on an animal Yechayev, but on the Kalem you potter. No for sich shoy chev with cotton, Chayev on blaze Kalem smita shoy vehu chev, shoy vehu shoyte. Yeah, it means the shoy itself is a shoyte. You don't say that the shoy is the show's own fault that he fell in. No. Benebas, at the Omer Potter, as we said, we're talking about Misa, and you're not Chayev by Misa, only by An, not by Autumn. Okay, this is the end. We did a little bit from Daf Chavav. This was an easy Daf. So we're up to Halacha, last Halacha, Halacha Ches. Halacha Ches, Perik Chamishi.